Hey guys, I am Fighter for JC, and I just want to share this online match I had. It's only the third one I've had, and it's not a ranked match, and I want to just give it a little breakdown for you guys, and here you go. I am Daniel Cormier, and I'm fighting Anderson Silva. And one of the first things you should notice is that I do not like to play with a HUD, so the HUDs are turned off, and I'm trying to make the fight as natural as possible and not base it off of any meters, but just base it off of feel. And right here, my opponent gets me in the Muay Thai clinch. That is Anderson Silva's trademark strength, and looks like that's going to be his main strategy in this fight, and he's trying to get me that clinch, and he's going to try to spam those knees. And here in the early goings, he's actually finding a little bit of success with his spamming, and he even managed to take down Cormier. Probably never going to happen in real life, but this is a video game after all. And I take him down because I know that Cormier is a very strong wrestler, and trying to ground and pound him, try to get some points back, because I know that he scored a few shots when he got me in that Muay Thai clinch. He's blocking a lot of those punches, and if you notice, I'm not really wailing on him. I'm trying to be really calculated. I'm controlling him on the ground and landing a little bit, but the main thing is that I'm controlling him. Those are some pretty good shots there, and he covers up. And a significant portion of the round has gone by with him on his back and me on top. And that's got to, score me some points. And he finally gets up, but that was a big stretch for me. I think I made up some lost ground from the Muay Thai clinch and takedown that he scored early on. And look at me keeping my distance here. He has the reach advantage, obviously. He's a lot taller. And the way to, one way to negate that reach advantage is to be really, really far from him. And if you notice, he's thrown a whole bunch of strikes. He's beginning to throw caution to the wind, and he got me right there, the body shot. And I was able to get up easy. I don't know if it's because it's Daniel Cormier, or if the guy just wasn't really paying attention, trying to hold me down. And you saw him just spam 3 or 4 body kicks. In that exchange right there, I landed 2 good shots. It was a 1-2, but he was winging his punches. Mine was straight and down the middle. And I catch him with a solid left hook at the very end of that round. My opponent probably did win that round because of knockdown, but he knows that he's in for a fight. That just because he's Anderson Silva doesn't mean he's going to walk all over me. And again, my opponent is swinging for the fences. I'm blocking most of those shots, and I'm countering. I'm being a lot more precise with my shots. That was a good leg kick there. And I'm using movement, but I'm not really running around. And he's actually the one who's doing a lot of side steps. But he just keeps on moving for no reason. He's not really intelligent about his movements. And that was a good leg kick. It scores, and I went low with the kick and then went high, and that connected. And he is just pretty much button mashing with those punches. That was a counter right uppercut from Cormier, from me. A good leg kick. That leg kick has a lot of range, and it scores points. And there goes my opponent again, winging his punches, being wild. And catch him with a good counter right hand that probably counted a lot more than what he was doing. And unexpectedly, I went for a double leg takedown, and I got it. And again, that's a scoring move. It helps me win the round, and I'm on top of him once more. And again, here I am keeping my distance. And I counter with a body shot. And he throws 4 or 5 punches. Most were blocked. I landed a good body shot there. I'm just picking my spots. And again, another takedown, which is good for scoring points. And I got him on the mount. And he was able to get up a lot sooner this time. And notice that when he's circling, I'm not really trying to follow him around. I'm just pretty much staying in one spot in the center. I don't need to be chasing him, but I'm still trying to maintain the optimum distance. And he was not even close to that spinning back fist, and I just landed a couple of good body shots. And look at that left hook, and that really caught him clean. And all his winging punches, and I'm the one who lands the big shot and scores a knockdown. I'm just being patient. I think he's a little frustrated. And if you get too wild in this game, then you're going to pay for it. And I made him pay for his throwing caution to the wind. There's the third round. I think the second round definitely belonged to Cormier. So it's probably an even fight at this point. And there he is again, just firing his shots and not really thinking about Anderson Silva. Just throwing a bunch of left straights. He's not throwing the proper combinations, which to me indicates that maybe he doesn't really know a lot about MMA or real combat sports. And that takedown was easily stuffed. I countered with a jab, partially blocked. But that landed. I'm just going to keep sticking him with that jab because he's leaving himself open. And some low kicks. And notice that when I punch, I don't throw like 4 or 5 punch combinations. I stop, especially if he blocks my punch. I don't have to keep going. That was a good counter overhand right I landed. And this was his favorite position. But I turned it around on him and went for the takedown that he was not expecting. And again, those are scoring moves. Going for the takedown and using good defense. Landed a good body shot there, I did. And look how wild those shots are that he's throwing. He's got the reach advantage, but he's just whipping his attacks over and over again. And I just landed this front kick right on his mouth. Good counters. That's a jab and a 1-2 combination, and that made him cover up. So I go to the body, and then I stick him to the head again, and again, and again, and again. So I go low because he was blocking high. And again, he's circling and circling, and I'm just pretty much staying within a very small spot in the octagon. I don't have to chase him. And again, he's not even close to that spinning back fist because I'm managing distance pretty well against this guy anyway. And I landed my good shots right there in the body, and I block, and I catch him with a high kick, and he was hurt. And he got me with that takedown. When he gets up, I notice that he's still wobbling around, and I get him. So I'll just let the replays go, and you can watch some of the highlights here. So yeah, this game is pretty strategic. Again, this is not a ranked match, and you know, I've had 3 fights, and I won all 3 of them, and they're all unranked. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna run into someone who knows more about MMA and probably beat me up. But you know, at the very least, if you're going up against someone who doesn't really know what he's doing, I mean, as far as MMA tactics are concerned, and if you know a thing or two about MMA, you're probably gonna beat the guy. And you know, he had a pretty good start and hurt me, but I was able to make the adjustments, and I won by a unanimous decision. And let me just go over a screenshot of the final statistics here. Just stay with me here for a second. Okay, here are the final stats. I don't know how clearly you can see that, but Cormier is on the right side, and let me try to zoom in here. And the significant strikes, as the connect rates, he landed 2 more than I did, but if you notice the percentage, I landed 59%. I landed 22 out of 37 significant strikes. He landed 24 out of 75. And not only did I land at a much higher percentage, I landed them with more power because I was more accurate, and now I wasn't just swinging them. If you're just winging your punches, you're losing power each time you miss, and even if you finally connect, it wouldn't have the same power because you just threw way too many. And the total strikes department, we both threw around the same. I threw 183, he threw 188. But look at the connect rate. I landed nearly twice as much as he did. I connected with 100 of my strikes. He connected with 58 of his. And takedown department, he attempted 7 and got 2. I attempted 8 and I got 4. That's a 50% takedown success rate. So this is the analysis of my third online match. And you know, if you're a sim player, you know, this is a really good game. I know this game hasn't gotten a lot of good reviews, but hopefully this this fight that I just posted here would help you believe that it is actually a very realistic MMA game.